What's up, people? Welcome to Reviews, where I rate and rain upon video games and anime with an anime until the sun sets. Today I'll be analyzing our first look at the Nintendo Switch, and share my thoughts about Nintendo's latest hybrid console. It turns out much of the leaked information about the NX posted on Eurogamer seems to be fairly accurate. The NX, now called the Nintendo Switch, is indeed a home console as well as a portable gaming system, and will be out sometime in March 2017. Let's start with the portable side of the system. The normal handheld configuration is similar to the Wii U gamepad. We have 2 joysticks, 1 on each side, a total of 4 face buttons on each side, 2 bumpers, 2 triggers, volume control buttons, and of course the select and home button. The big difference this time around is that the Switch can also be played without needing a close TV or a main system. In this regard, the Switch is more like a portable system that can be plugged into your TV, rather than a home system that can be used like a handheld. Probably the most unique feature about this gaming console is its multiple controller schemes. There's a Wii U gamepad-like layout, which I just mentioned, but there are at least 3 or 4 other ways to connect with the Switch. There's a more conventional controller, similar to an Xbox controller or a Wii U Pro controller, called the Switch Pro controller. You can use this Pro controller when the Switch is docked on your TV, as well as when you're on the go, so you're never forced to use the Wii U gamepad-like setup, which I know will make a lot of gamers happy, including myself. The joysticks on the sides of the portable screen can be removed, and these are known as the Joy-Con controllers. These controllers can be used in various controller compositions. You can attach these 2 sides into another controller that is different from the Pro controller, known as the Joy Grip. This controller kind of reminds me of a simplified version of the Dreamcast controller, due to its shape and size. I suppose you could think of the controller as classic controller on the Wii, though it looks nothing like that Super NES-inspired controller. The good thing about this controller is that it also appears to have bumpers and triggers in the back, similar to the Pro controller, which are important to have on a controller, especially with FPS games. You can also use these 2 Joy-Con controllers by themselves, similar how you would use a Wii remote and a nunchuck. However, I don't think this kind of controller configuration will support motion controls. Not only could you use these side controllers for a single person experience, but you can also separate them for multiplayer purposes. Each user can use one of the Joy-Con controllers and turn it sideways, similar to how you would use a Wii remote to play an NES game. Of course, that means this type of controller scheme can only be used for more simpler games because of its lack of buttons. On the positive side, the controller setup allows gamers to have local multiplayer on the go with just one screen. But wait, that's not all. The Nintendo Switch also appears to be able to connect up to 3 different other Switches, so you can play multiplayer games with your friends on the go and not have to share one small screen amongst yourselves. What isn't clear right now is, does each Nintendo Switch need the same cartridge in order to play games with others, or can you get by with just one cartridge like in some DS games? That brings up another point. Yes, this gaming console will use cartridges like Nintendo systems of old. The benefit of cartridges are their quick load times, which will be very beneficial for games like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Currently, it is unknown how much data can be stored on these cartridges, and if the Switch will support other types of storage devices like internal flash memory or SD cards. My guess it would have to support some other type of memory in order to store multiple digital games on the device. What I can tell you is that the Switch will support traditional 3.5mm headphones, so you can keep on gaming without disturbing the others around you. The screen also has a kickstand built in on the back, so you don't have to worry about the screen falling over. I am curious if the car stand used in the video will be an official accessory for the Switch, or was it just to demonstrate the capabilities of the system? The video also seems to hint that the Switch will also support amiibos, so don't throw out those plastic figures just yet. Speaking about hinting, let's talk about what games will be available for the Nintendo Switch. Before the official announcement of the Switch, the only games confirmed for the system was Breath of the Wild, Dragon Quest XI, Just Dance 2017, and the new Sonic the Hedgehog game from Sonic Team. This video did not officially announce any new games for the console, but it definitely alluded to some new titles for the system, including Skyrim, Mario Kart, Super Mario, Splatoon, and an NBA game. It would be safe to assume that the Skyrim game will be the remastered version coming out later this month for the PS4 and Xbox One, and the NBA title will be NBA 2K17, which is somewhat good news for Nintendo. Nintendo has struggled time and time again with third-party support, so it's nice to see some games outside of Nintendo will make an appearance on the console. However, I feel some of these games could end up being inferior ports, similar to the Wii U's launch games like Arkham City and Mass Effect 3. I also can't help but wonder if the Mario Kart and Splatoon games shown in this video will be new entries for the franchises, or will they just be enhanced versions of their Wii U counterparts. The fact that Nintendo hasn't announced these games yet makes me think they're 1.5 games. The most exciting game shown in the video to me is the new Mario platformer. We only get a quick glimpse of the game, but it looks colorful and gives off a Mario 64 vibe. Hopefully we'll find out more about this new Mario title and these other games in the near future. So with all that in mind, here are my thoughts about the Nintendo Switch. I think Nintendo has finally achieved what they wanted to do with the Wii U, a home console that can also be used as a portable system, which is a neat idea. However, I'm not confident the Wii U was a good design to begin with, so going back and correcting that mistake might not have been the best decision for Nintendo to make. I think the removal of motion controls and touchscreen capabilities is the better move. The problem is Nintendo hasn't officially announced if these features are indeed gone. I believe they need to focus on selling the Switch as a portable HD gaming system, rather than some kind of tablet like they did with the Wii U. Which brings me to my next point. The handheld screen's resolution needs to at least be 720p. Nintendo's handheld systems have been great, but the resolution on the screens have been terrible. I'm hoping by removing the dual screens and 3D technology, Nintendo can finally release a portable HD system. On the topic of the 3DS, is it safe to assume that the 3DS will be phased out sooner than later because of the Switch's portable capabilities? If so, So what was the purpose with the new 3DS? I am somewhat concerned about the numerous controller options. I don't want another Wii controller environment where I had to buy multiple different controllers depending on what games I was playing with my friends on the Wii. Nintendo needs to at least sell one Pro controller and one Joy Grip controller with the system. I'd rather pay a bit more for a more complete system bundle than hunting down all the necessary accessories in order to play with my friends. I'm okay if the Switch isn't backwards compatible with the Wii U or Wii. What Nintendo needs to do is make sure we don't have to buy back our virtual console games for a third bloody time. And I don't want to have to buy two versions of the same game just so I can play it at home as well as on the go. I also think it'd be a good idea if Nintendo didn't region lock the Switch. Gamers want to be able to play any Switch game on their own Switch system, no matter what country the game was published. And hackers are going to figure out a way to bypass the region lock anyway, so it only makes sense Nintendo doesn't waste their time and resources trying to region lock something that's not going to be region locked anyway. One thing is for certain, Nintendo is definitely not competing with Sony and Microsoft anymore. I just hope they stop competing with themselves. I could talk about this exciting news all day, but I think I'll end this video here so I can go back and work on some of my new game reviews. Before I go, please let me hear your thoughts about the Nintendo Switch in the comment section below. What do you think Nintendo needs to do in order to be successful in today's gaming market? Also, if you like this kind of reaction video from me, please let me know by writing a comment down below, and I'll consider doing more of these kinds of videos in the near future. If you like what I do here, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on social media if you're into that kind of thing, and as always, thanks for watching. I was Rayden, and I'll see you guys again when the sun rises out.